look, people, I try to be a nice guy, and I am pretty much a nice guy in the real world. I think I am, But you know what they say, nice guys finish last, and that's why I'm sitting in this dump right here, unemployed. Um, and there was this girl I was so pursuing years ago, and it's the first time I ever heard that expression. She said that I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I am sort of a heart on my sleeve kind of guy. And for a lot of people that are tough, that are tough guys, it comes across. To them I'm a putz. I hope I'm not a putz, really, because I'd like to think I am smart, and I can size up people, but I am not of the warrior class. I told you about the caveman thing, Maybe that would seem, like a backstabbing sort of thing. Remember the caveman thing? And actually, I got that from an old Saturday Night Live skit, and it was all about how intelligent men survived, more or less, that weren't all brawn. How did that little small caveman who had a little bit more brains than that big, huge fighting caveman, how did he survive? And that was the old Saturday Night Live skit. He went over to the other caveman when he was sleeping and hit him on the head with a rock. Yeah, so I didn't make up that story entirely. I stole it. I realized later that I got it from at the time I was talking about it, I don't think I was really consciously aware of that. Is there a point now where I can break onto the other part? I don't know. When I'm editing this, I just talk in one long stream, and then when I edit it, I try to go, okay, this looks like a break. This looks like a transition. This looks like a break, And so I guess that's it. But here's to my friends on YouTube. To those that like me and trust me, and to those that feel they can't trust me, but they still are amused by me. Cheers. And I'm sorry, I'm going to talk just a little bit more about this. And then I will talk about something else. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to talk about this week. I haven't been reading the newspaper as much as I would like. I went to Twig's today and had my sandwich, and there's a guy that's older than me that I talk to sometimes, and he's a pretty knowledgeable person, but very, very cynical, and just kind of angry at the world. And it's amusing for me to talk to him because there's somebody that's more pissed off about the world than most people, than your average person. He's more pissed off at the world than me, which I find him amusing that way. So I am sort of making friends in the real, but it's just one of my coffeehouse friend, and the subject came up about Roman Polanski, and he talks about, and then there was another guy sitting there. And this guy was a real computer geek, and these two guys know about computers, and they were talking about Mac OS and Linux and chips and all that, and I have nothing to say in that. I don't know that much about that stuff. I'm lucky that I can operate my computer as well as I do, which isn't saying much. But then eventually the conversation shifted to war and the Marshall Plan and the Afghanistan War and the whole thing, and the Roman Polanski. I think I'm saying it right. Roman Polanski. I don't know. I thought it sounded different, but you know who I'm talking about. The guy who directed Rosemary's Baby. He was picked up in Switzerland, and he might be. It's looking like they're going to take him back to the U.S. Based on his crimes, I guess in the 70s, when he had champagne and slipped half a Quaalude to that young girl, 14 or 16, and basically date raped her, I guess, and I kind of said, it's one of those things where you just go, I can't help but feel sorry for the guy after all this time getting picked up and sent back here. Granted, because I have this little thing that he is an artist and he's done great work. Victor, and I said, look, I'm on the fence. I'm not defending him. On the other hand, the guy's guilty as hell, and he ran away, and he went to some foreign country, stayed in France somewhere, and Roman Polanski, yeah, that's right. And and Victor, and Victor's an older guy, and he said, "Look, I was a father, and that, But Victor's also an artist. He's a painter on the side, and very, very talented. Studied painting since he was a young boy, but he works in computers and graphics and stuff. And um, and he took and he's a big film buff and knows a lot more about the history of film than I do, as far as list of what Roman Polanski has done, starting with Knife in the Water. I remember that I read today that the first film that he did was Rosemary's Baby when he came to America, and Chinatown is probably his most critically acclaimed film.